Good morning all. In this session, we are going to look at the topic MS Excel Basics. This MS Excel comes under the category of MS Office. For example, MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint. MS Word is used to create a document. MS Excel is mainly used for creating a calculation and creating a smart art and creating a graphs. Okay, so this MS Excel is a part of the MS Office. Let us see how to open MS Excel. For that you have to press start button, then you have to go to the guide board. So in this guide board it contains a lot of previous applications, so you can get this MS Excel directly, or you have to go to all programs option, then MS Office, then Microsoft Office Excel 2007. Just double click on it. So after clicking that option, first page will look like this. Okay, see, you might have learned in your previous classes about MS Word. So you might be seeing their title bar will be there and menu bar will be there. Similarly, Excel also contains the menus, standard toolbar, formatting toolbar, and working area. Let us see one by one. So this is the title bar. It is used to display the title on the screen. By default it shows book 1. If you like to change the name of the Excel, you could change by the help of save as option. Let us see how to open save as dialog box. For that you have to press office button. After pressing office button, you will be getting a menus. Here you have to choose save option or save as. Now I am going to click save as option. After clicking save as option, you will be getting a save as dialog box. In this save as dialog box, at the left side you have a locations. For example, where you are going to save the document. If you like to save your document in the desktop, you have to choose desktop option. So I am going to click desktop. Then name you have to give. So I am going to give Jairam School. Then click save. Document will be saved in the desktop. Let us see where it is. So here we have saved as Jairam School. Okay, let us see the components of the MS Excel. So first I told you it is the title bar. After the title bar we have a menu bar. After the menu bar we have a standard toolbar. After the standard toolbar we have a formatting toolbar. Here we have a dialog box launcher. So why I am saying it is dialog box launcher means if you click this small icon, you will be getting a dialog box about this alignment. Okay, if you click this small icon, you will be getting a dialog box about number. Okay, so that's why it is called a dialog box launcher. Except this title bar, this portion is called a ribbon. Let us see one by one. So here we have a quick access toolbar. As the name itself you can understand the meaning. Quick access toolbar means it contains the frequently used commands. For example, save option is there, undo option is there, redo option is there. Okay, so this is called a quick access toolbar. In this right side you have a minimize, restore and close button. Minimize means if you once click this icon, it will be placed on the desktop. So how will you come back to the previous position? Once again you have to click this icon, will come back to the previous position. So restore means the page will look like this. If you want to maximize, again you have to click this same option. This close button is used to close the document, you know that well. So this is called the menu bar. I told you why it is called the menu bar, because it contains a collection of menus, so that's why it is called the menu bar. Now let us see what is this. So this is called the work area, or we can say worksheet or spreadsheet. So here we can able to calculate the data, or we can draw the pictures, or we can create a chart, or we can create a smart art. At the bottom of the screen we have a sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 options by default. So what is the purpose of this options? For example, if you want to maintain a record of 6th student and 7th student and 8th students, so you can keep those records one by one here. So how will you maintain those data? In this sheet 1 you can able to store the 6th standard details. In this sheet 2 you can able to store the 7th details. Sheet 3 you can able to store the 8th standard details. But you want to know whether it is 6th, 7th How will you identify? For that you have to use rename option. So choose right click, then rename option will be available. Once if you click this option, it will come like this. Here you can able to give a name. So now I am going to type 6th standard. It will appear like this. So I'm going to rename the sheet 2. So once you click this, then choose rename option, then 7th standard. Then here once you click this, choose rename, then click 8th standard. So totally they have given only 3 sheets here. If you like to create more sheets, you can able to create by the help of this insert worksheet option. So I'm going to click this option. Once you click this, you can able to create a many sheets. Okay, not only this sheet 4. If you would like to create 100 pages, 100 sheets, you can create by the help of this insert worksheet option. Okay, so next let us see what is this. It contains a collection of grids or cells. So what is mean by cell? A cell is a intersection of rows and columns. By default, this cell pointer will be in the cell A1. But if you place the cursor here, it shows the cell pointer here. Can you see the difference between this cell pointer and other cells? This will be bold compared than this other cells. Okay, this is called a cell pointer. Okay, this is a column heading. We have a lot of column heading. If you like to see this column heading, you have to scroll it here. Okay, this is row heading. This is row heading. This is column heading. This is the formula bar. This is the object bar. Object bar means now I am placing the cursor here. So what is the address of this? What is the address of this cell? B8. So that cell address will be appear here. So that is called a object bar. This is a formula bar. If you type any formula here, that will be appears on the formula bar. Okay. So this is this is the font style. Font style means everybody have a unique styles, as well as every text has a unique styles. If you like to change the style of the text, you can able to change by the help of this font style option. Next, font size. So font size, you know that if you like to increase the size of the font, you can able to click this font size option. Okay, so next here we have a border. In MS Word, if you want to create a table, how will you create? We will use insert menu, then table. So that is the way we will create a table. Then defaultly the border will appear on the screen, but here you have to give a border because already it contains a lot of boxes. For that, if you like to create a table, you have to apply a border from this option. Okay, so next one, wrap text. So wrap text means I will tell you one by one. If you like to zoom this page, you have to hold the control key and roller in the mouse. This is the way you can able to zoom the page. Can you see here now? So now I am going to type name of the student. See, if the text is too long, what will you do? You have to click wrap text option. Okay, it will automatically come to the next line. So for that purpose, they have given wrap text option. Otherwise, if you like to increase the size of this column, you have to click this column heading option and you have to drag like this. Can you see the difference? So this is the way you can able to increase the size of the column. Similarly, if you like to increase the size of the row, you have to click here. Click in this row heading, then drag like this. So if you are doing like this, one row will be having more space, some rows will be having small space. So how will you equalize these rows? For that purpose, you have to use format option. So select this, whatever the row you are going to format, that you have to select. So I am going to select these 3 rows. Then here we have a format option. So once if you click this, it shows the palette. So here you have to select row height option. So in this you have to enter the value as you like. So I am going to give 26. Can you see the difference? Now all the rows will be even. This is the way you can able to make the rows even or make the columns even. Okay, so which menu will you select for this? You have to select format menu. Now let us see one by one. So now I am going to give a name here. So before that, I'm going to insert Jairam Higher Secondary School. So the data is a collection of alphabets or numbers, okay, and sometimes it is called labels. So why I am saying this is labels means, can you add the alphabets? We couldn't add, so that is called labels. Numbers are belongs to calculating purpose, because can you add the numbers? Yes, we can add the numbers, but we couldn't add the alphabets. So alphabets comes under the category of labels, numbers comes under the category of calculations. Okay, so now I'm going to add some names here. Names names Anu, Mala, Sheila. Then I'm going to enter some marks here. MARKX marks. Next 95, 78, next 32. Okay, so now you look at this. So if you want to merge these two columns, how will you merge? First you have to select the required column, then you have to click merge and center option. Automatically it will merge and centerize. Okay, so once you click this, it will come like this. And also you have to apply the border here. So first you have to select the required rows and columns, then go to this margin, bottom border option, click this arrow mark, then choose all border option. It will come like this. Now how it is look like? It is look like a table, isn't it? So next, this alignment is not proper, isn't it? So because some is in right alignment, some data is in left alignment, so it is not a proper alignment. So how will you make it as proper? So you have to select the entire data, then you have to choose. Here we have a middle align option, top align option, then bottom align option. In case if you don't know the name of the icon, no problem, just you have to place the icon on the menu, it shows the name. That's why I'm going very slowly. Okay, so select the data fully, then give middle align option. It will come like this. All the data will come to the middle position. Then again I'm going to change the position of this marks. So select this data. Here we have an option. One is align text left, next center text, next align text right. So I'm going to make left alignments. So I'm going to give this option align text left. It will come like this. So this is the way you can arrange the data. If you like to change the color of this text, you can able to change the color. How will you change? A underline is used for giving color to the font, color to the text. So once if you click this icon, you will be getting a color palette. Here you can give a color as you like. So I'm going to give red color here. So it becomes red. Okay, so next, if you like to give background for this title, you can able to give. First you have to place the cursor here, then click this background option. I'm going to give yellow color. Can you see the difference now? The background applied at the background of the text. Okay, so next we are going to see how to insert a chart. So before we move into that, let us see how to calculate a numbers. Okay, so I am going to enter some more data here. So I'm going to give 100, any numbers. For example, I'm entering 56 and 25. Okay, here I'm going to apply a formula. Many methods are there to calculating the data, but I'm going to apply first formula, then I will tell you the short forms. Okay, every formula should start from the equal symbol. In case if you forget to use the equal symbol, you couldn't add the values. Okay, equal sum sum, because I'm going to calculate the values, so I'm using sum, then bracket, circular bracket, then you have to mention the address of the cell. As I told you already how to find the cell address, you have to mention both column heading and row heading. So now I'm going to give this add value. So B3, okay, Next you have to specify the colon symbol. Okay, it represents the limits, so that's why I'm using colon symbol. So next one you have to mention the last cell address. What is the name of the cell address? C3. Okay, then you have to close this by using close bracket. Then you have to press enter key. The numbers will be calculated like this. Not only this two, if you like to calculate lakhs of data, so you can able to calculate by the help of this formula. So I am going to calculate another numbers, remaining numbers. You no need to enter formula for each and every row. Just you have to place the cursor here. At the bottom of the cell you have a plus symbol. You have to drag it very slowly. You'll be getting answers like this. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, next another method I will tell you. Just you every formula should start from the equal symbol. I told you, no, equal symbol, SUM. Then which bracket will you use? Circle bracket. Then just you drag the data by mouse. Drag like this. Automatically it shows the cell address. Okay, then again close the close bracket, then press enter key. I told you already, this is called the formula bar because it shows the formula here. Okay, so here we are seeing a number, but if you place the cursor here, it shows the formula on the formula bar. That's why it is called a formula bar. Okay, so next we are going to see how to calculate the value by the help of options. Okay, place the cursor here, then click auto sum option. Auto sum. Okay, immediately you can calculate very easily. Okay, this is the way you can able to calculate. Not only sum, many functions are there. Average, count numbers, sum, max, sum, min, more functions are there. So for example, I am using sum. Okay, now I'm going to give count numbers. Place the cursor here, then choose count numbers, then press enter key. How many numbers are there? 1 and 2. So it's how many counts, how much counts? 2. It shows like this. So this is the way you can use a lot of functions here. Actually that purpose we are using a spreadsheet. Okay, let us see how to create a chart. So chart is the graphical representation. When you use chart, it is the user can easily understand, compare than the data. You might be seeing in the news channels during this pandemic corona statistics will be displayed by many charts. Maximum they will use bar charts and pie charts to displaying those corona statistics, isn't it? So now I am going to teach you how to apply a chart for this data. So before you are going to apply the chart, you have to select the required data. So I am selecting this data. Okay, go to insert menu, then here you have a dialog box launcher. Once if you click this, it shows the insert chart dialog box. So in this left side we'll be having a lot of different charts: line chart, pie chart, bar chart, area chart, scatter chart, stock, phase, definite, double. Many varieties are there, but frequently we will use pie chart and bar chart. So now I am going to apply pie chart. In this pie chart also we have a different designs. So I am going to apply the first one, then click OK. It will come like this. The size is so big, isn't it? So how will you decrease the size of this chart? Just you have to hold the mouse, then place the cursor here and drag it. Drag like this. So this is the way you can able to apply a chart, and also you can able to change the color of the text, and you can able to change the style of this chart. Let us see how to do that. Okay, so why we are using charts? Compare than the data, easily we can able to understand when seeing the charts. That's why we are using a charts. So here we have a format option. So I am going to change the style of the charts now. So variety of designs are there, so I am going to give any one here. See how it is look like. It is very nice, you know. Okay, next we are going to change the shape outline, shape fill, or shape effects. Let us give one by one. Shape outline is there, so I am going to give any color. Can you see the difference here? If we place the cursor here, it changed the outline. Okay, so now I gave yellow color. Okay, that's why the outline looking like yellow color, isn't it? So next one I'm going to change the text color. Okay, just place the cursor here, then you have to give any color. Shape fill and shape outline is there. I'm going to give shape outline. Once again, select the data, then text fill and text outline. Let us give one by one text fill. Can you see the difference? If you're placing the cursor, it will change according to the color, isn't it? Green, blue, whatever the colors you need, you can fetch from this. Okay, so I'm going to give orange color. Okay, and also text outline you can give. So yellow color na yellow color will be applied. So text effects you can give blue or reflection or shadow or, so whatever the designs you want you can apply here. This is the way you can apply a chart. Okay, next let us see what is meant by sorting. Sorting means arranging the data in some order. That is called sorting. It may be in any order. It may be in ascending order or descending order or seniority order, or it may be in any order. That is called sorting. Let us see the ascending order. Okay, so I'm going to select the required data. Then here we have an option, sort and filter option. I'm placing the cursor here. Can you see? So now I'm going to give sort Z to A na ascending order, sort A to Z na sort Z to A na descending, sort A to Z na ascending order. So I am going to give this option Z to A. Then click sort. Can you see here? Mala and Anu come at the last. So once again you select this. I am selecting these two data. Then I am going to click sort A to Z. Then you will be getting sort warning option. Then click sort. Okay. Then the name has been changed. So next I am going to tell you how to insert a picture. So I am going to do it in the separate sheet. So I am going to open this one. So how will you increase the size of the Excel? You have to hold the control key and roll arrow. Then you have to press insert key, then picture. So I am going to take some predefined picture in the computer. Sample picture. So I am going to take this picture. Pin codes. Okay, select, click insert. It is so big size. So how will you decrease the size of the picture? You have to hold the mouse and drag like this. You can move wherever you want by the help of mouse. Can you see here how I am decreasing the picture? It is too large, so I am going to reduce the size of the picture. So that's the way you can able to decrease. How I am decreasing? First you have to place the cursor here and drag how much you want. So this is the way you can able to track, and also you can able to change the shape of the picture. Let us see how to do that. In this format option you have a picture styles, lot of predefined picture styles. So if you place the cursor here, it will change, the picture will change according to the shape, isn't it? It will change according to the shape. So this is the way you can able to change. So now I am going to give the round option, and also you can able to change the color of the round. Okay, so next here we have a picture shape option. You can able to change the picture shape. In case if you like to give it in a star shape, if you like to give it in a rectangle shape, you can able to change by the help of this picture shape. So I am going to give star. See how it is look like. So this is the way you can able to change, and also you can able to change the picture border. Can you see the difference now? You can change the picture border and picture effects. 3D rotation option is there. You can able to change the picture effects. Okay, like this. I hope you all understood this. So next I'm going to teach you what is meant by fill series dialog box. So first I'm going to type here number 2. Number 2. So I'm selecting some cells here. Up to this I'm selecting. Here we have a fill option. If you click this arrow mark, you'll be getting 4 options. One is down, right, upper, left. Okay, well, now we have selected these cells, so I'm going to give this down option. So all the cells has this 2 value because I have selected down option. Okay, so next in case if you want to use up option, you have to select this cells, then click fill up. It will come like this. Okay, right means it will come to the right side, that's all. Left means it will come to the left side. So I am going to tell you the fill series dialog box. What is meant by fill series dialog box? Let us see one by one. I am going to enter number 2 here. Then here we have a fill option, then series option. After clicking that series option, we'll be getting a series dialog box. Here we have a linear option, growth option. So linear means the number will be added one by one. Growth means the number will be multiplied. Let us see one by one. So I am going to tell you what is meant by linear. Linear means what? Addition. So step value. How much value you want to add one by one? So I am going to give 3. Stop value 10. Okay. So 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 8, 5 plus 3 8. So what is the stop value I gave there? I gave stop value 3. In case if it is come like 8 plus 3 11, so stop value we have mentioned as 10, so that's why it will come. It came up to 8. I hope you understood this. Okay, shall I tell you once again? If you want to apply the fill series option, you have to enter any value. So now I am going to enter 3. Select the cells, then go to fill option, series option. So next this time I am going to give growth, because linear means addition, growth means multiplication. This time I am going to give number 2, because 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12, like that the data will be updated. Stop value I am mentioning 30, 30 don't want, I am give 20. Okay, then click OK. Can you see the difference? 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 12 2s are, the value will come as 24, but I have mentioned the stop value 20, so that's why it has stopped up to 12. Okay, I hope you understood this. So now I am going to teach you how to create a smart chart. This will be very helpful to you if you want to create a hierarchy chart, or if you like to create any organization chart. This will be very helpful to you. So let us see one by one. For creating a smart chart, you have to select insert option. So insert option la smart chart. After clicking insert smart chart, choose your smart chart graphic dialog box will appear on the screen. In this left side you have all the models, predefined models, all list, process, cycle, hierarchy, relationship, matrix, pyramid. So I am going to select hierarchy. In this hierarchy you can pick any one of the model you want. So I am selecting this one. So it is so big size, so I am going to decrease the size of the picture like this. So how will you decrease the size of the sheet? You have to hold the control key and roller at a time simultaneously. So here you have to place the cursor and you can able to change the data as you like. So I am going to just for example I am typing here A, B, then here B1, B2. So here if you like to add any boxes, you can able to add by the help of this add shape option. First you have to select this box, then you have to click add shape option. After clicking this add shape option, we'll be getting a lot of sub options. So in this you have to click add shape. After one box will be created like this. Here I can give C. Okay, so next here I am going to give D. So if you like to create more boxes after this, what will you do? In the same method you have to select add shape, then add shape vector. One box will be created like this. Next, after this box, if you like to create many divisions, you can able to create. How will you create? First you have to select this box, then you have to choose add shape, then add shape below. Okay, it will come like this. Next, yeah, here you have to select the box, then click add shape after. It will come like this. In case if you need a standard format, you have to select this B1, then go to layout option, then click standard. It will come like this. So this is the way you can able to create a smart art. Okay, I hope you all understood this video. After listening this basics, I hope you'll work with the computer very efficiently. Thank you.